Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today from the Associated Press, she's not quitting. Takeaways from Nikki's push to stay in the GOP contest against Trump. Now, it was kind of interesting because you could essentially say that her post yesterday in her state of the race announcement that she was going to make today as of this recording, which is February the 20th, that people thought that she was going to drop out of the race. So you could say it was a bit of a troll on Nikki Haley's part to agitate and irritate what they often call MAGA. So from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, Nikki Haley's team is bracing for a home state embarrassment in South Carolina's Republican presidential primary on Saturday. Conventional wisdom suggests she'll be forced to drop out, but that may not apply in 2024. Why? Because the establishment uniparty is still pursuing Donald Trump. Like I told you guys, they have not launched all of their salvos. They have plenty tricks up their sleeves. They want to pacify, perhaps, the MAGA crowd or Trump supporters and so forth and so on into thinking that Trump's got it in the bag, as it were, and so not to be as proactive out there in voting. But I tell you right now, if you rest on your laurels, it's going to be an issue. You've got to get out and vote. Everyone has to get out and vote. You can't listen to what the media is saying. Well, you can't listen to what they're trying to push as a narrative. Ahead of a major speech on Tuesday, Haley told the Associated Press that she's staying in the race no matter what, at least until after another 20 states of her losing vote through Super Tuesday on March the 5th. So March the 5th is going to be the big day. Super Tuesday, I think it's 16 states or so all vote on the same day, or 20 states, it's right there. 20 states will vote on March the 5th. I always thought it was 16, but it's 20. And if she stays in the race, it's clear she's an asset. But the other possibility that people haven't been talking about is she could run as an independent. So she could run as an independent and try to pull as many of the moderate votes. Now, right now, what's happening with either Donald Trump or her, well, let's go ahead and finish the paragraph here. That's even as Donald Trump's MAGA movement is furious that she's refusing to drop out. So, again, like I said, I think that post yesterday was just a big troll. They were hoping that she would drop out today, and since she hasn't, it's just like a big troll move. After all, she's the last major candidate standing in his path to the nomination. Hardly a threat to Trump. As you can see here from The Hill, Trump holds 23-point lead over Haley in South Carolina poll. Now, it could be even larger, or it may be a little less. But if things are going the way they're going, because I understand, I heard on the radio today when I was out, talk radio, that DeSantis is there in South Carolina making a big push for Trump. So if things go really well for Trump, he could be even higher than 23 points. But if for some reason, some bizarre, unusual reason, I can't imagine it would be any better than New Hampshire. New Hampshire was Nikki's best bet to get there because I think in New Hampshire, Democrats can register as Republicans, and I think they can in South Carolina as well. Democrats can register as Republicans in this primary. So it's going to be very interesting, but I think it was an interesting troll move by Nikki, and I think her only options would be somebody's obviously paying for her to stay in the race because it costs a lot of money to stay in these races. It costs a lot of effort to be out there knocking on doors, putting out flyers, putting out ads, putting out commercials. It takes money to do that, and somebody is funding her, right? Even if it's the GOP party or individuals within the GOP party, eventually they're going to have to say, look, how much more are we going to spend on this losing horse, right? How much more are we going to continue to lose in the race, in the horse race? So, like we've talked about, the establishment uniparty has not launched all its salvos, so maybe she's staying there in case something very bizarre happens with Donald Trump. Now, I don't see the potential for any conviction or even incarceration of Donald Trump. I don't see that happening because what happened in New York is absolutely atrocious. And the people in New York, businesses in New York, people that planned on doing business in New York probably aren't going to be doing business in New York anymore. I mean, a summary judgment by Engoron is basically the judge deciding every single thing. Trump couldn't enter anything into evidence. A summary judgment allows a judge to basically be judge, jury, and prosecution, right? Or executioner, I should say. Absolutely, to me, a complete disservice to our country, disservice to our law, absolutely reckless of him to take on that level of power. It's sickening and disgusting and ridiculous. And anything that I have no empathy for New York. I have no empathy for businesses in New York now. It's absolutely despicable the level that they will reach to go after Donald Trump. But Nikki Haley, I think she's still being backed by interested parties that think something may happen with Trump, or she may go independent. If she goes independent, what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to pull the moderates out. They're going to try to get as much of the female vote as possible. The undecideds is really who everyone's fighting over. Everyone on the left is already going to go for Biden. Everyone on the moderates and the independents and the right are going to go for Trump. So everyone's fighting for the middle. The disinterested groups of individuals out there. The day-to-day people that are out there just living their lives, doing their things, not really paying a whole lot of attention, just at the headlines when they see Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, and that's what they're going for. Because it's not about rule of law. It's not about justice. It's all about trying to put Trump in a negative light because he's a political opponent of the establishment, and that's what they're going to do. It's absolutely extraordinary. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you guys across New Tech. That's Odyssey, that's BitChute, that's Rumble. You guys have been amazing. And, of course, 𝐀𝐿𝐴, my people on 𝐀𝐿𝐴 and Minds as well. It's been amazing. I really appreciate the support in 2024. And, of course, all of you here on YouTube, you guys have been really, really amazing. Thank you so much. Even the ones who give the super thanks down there. If you're curious about that, the super thanks is another way to donate, as well as with PayPal. You hear a lot of us say that now because a lot of wonky stuff is going on with YouTube, especially like our views and things are really becoming a little wacky between what we see in our metrics and stuff. Some are accurate, some are inaccurate, but all the things you guys do to help out the channel, something as simple as liking and commenting helps, believe me, and I appreciate it. So appearing there on the screen, that'll be the channel icon. You guys can click on to subscribe, as well as to select notification. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.